All right, going to be taking a look at BLTA right now. Currently traded at 009. It got up to that 1 penny mark. That 1 penny seems to be a big resistance level. You got up to it right there. Got up to it, tapped it today. The high exactly 1 penny with currently 24 million in volume right now, sitting at 009. Big moves here the last few days. Big moves here all the way up. Beautiful opening closes, but unfortunately right here, you guys had a little bit of a gap up from that 90 to that 94. 94 right now outside that upper Bollinger Band, and that volume has slowed down a little bit. Very possible that it could trend down a little bit. Nothing huge, okay? Don't take it that way at all. It might trend down a little bit here, maybe down to the 84, 85 area, and then continue its way up if everything continues the way it's been going here. But overall, especially if you look back in here to February, you see this right here, that circle, that's basically where it all started. I mean, you can go way back here to triples of October last year and really started making that move up. But going from the triples and hitting a penny since November of last year, beautiful move here. Beautiful move getting all the way up there. So I think right now, basically let it chill out maybe for a day or so outside that upper Bollinger Band. Like I said, maybe let it pull down and relax a little bit. If Joe has anything to add on that.
Yeah, I see an 8K over here. So it was received yesterday, May 9th. And it states that on May 8th, Anthony Coloris resigned from his position as Chief Financial Officer of Baltia Air Lines. And the board of directors of the company appointed Daniel J. Buckley as Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Coloris will retain his position as President and Chief Executive Officer of the company. So Mr. Buckley, 51, has over 20 years of experience in the financial services industry. From 2015 until 2017, Mr. Buckley was the Regional Sales Director of Source IT Technologies. From 2011 through 2015, Mr. Buckley was the Director of Finance for Baltia, and thus has extensive institutional knowledge as to the company's operations and reporting history. From 1997 to 2003, Mr. Buckley held various institutional positions at Candor Fitzgerald and Tulip Prebon. And from 2003 to 2011, Mr. Buckley was a senior institutional broker at Traditional Financial Services, where he focused on foreign exchange options as well as single stock equity options. And then from 1994 to 1997, Mr. Buckley was a financial analyst for General Electric Investments in Stamford, Connecticut. From 1988 to 1992, Mr. Buckley worked as an options trader on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. During his university studies, Mr. Buckley interned with Sikorsky Aircraft in Stamford, Connecticut, where he rotated through the engineering, quality control, and customer services departments. Mr. Buckley received a BS in Business and Finance from the University of Rhode Island and completed his MBA at SDA Bocconi in Milan, Italy. The company believes Mr. Buckley's extensive investment and business experience, as well as his institutional knowledge, make him a qualified appointee as Chief Financial Officer. No family relationships exist between Mr. Buckley and any of the company's other executive officers or directors. There are no arrangements between Mr. Buckley and any other persons pursuant to which Mr. Buckley was nominated as Chief Financial Officer. There are no transactions to which the company is or was a participant in which Mr. Buckley has a material interest, subject to disclose under Item 404A of Regulation SK. Mr. Buckley is not a party to any material plan or arrangement in connection with his appointment as Chief Financial Officer. So in connection with his employment with the company, Mr. Buckley shall receive a monthly salary of $6,000. So that's pretty much it. That's the 8K. I know these guys, don't they have their shareholder meeting? I wonder what day that was. I think, is it tomorrow or Friday? It's coming up, right? March. Yeah, I don't know what day it was. I know it's over here somewhere. David, do you know it?
I don't remember the day, no.
No. Gotta pull it up. I think it's tomorrow, to be honest with you. But I mean, I'm not
For some
seeing it.
reason I
Maybe
thought
it's
it
in
was
this letter.
21st, but no, I think you're right though. Coming up. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Oh, yeah, I
those,
see it right here. Thursday, May 11th at Stewart International Airport in Hangar G, located at 169 New York, 17K, Newburgh, New York. So, yeah, it's in the April 13th press release.
that's
You'll be
right.
able to pull up that information. All right, so if you have an opinion on BLTA or want to do some due diligence, just go right to that board over there on Investors Hangout. From there, you'll see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy rating. And as always, if you want to share your opinion, feel free to do so by posting right over there on that board with the tens of thousands of other like-minded investors that we have using the site daily.
All right, that's right with the chart. 510 80089 watch could be pulling back here a little bit, like I said, maybe down to the 7.4, which would be the main support right here. Again, that can all change with buying pressure. Obviously, the shareholders meeting, depending on what said there, all that stuff can change. So keep that in mind. With that being said, the chart right here for me at least would show maybe pull down to that 7.4, then bounce, but overall very healthy. So we will continue to watch this one. BLTA. If you follow the stock, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And check us out, investorshangout.com/live.